What's up, everybody? Alan from Dice Wrench. Okay, with a quick shader update for you. Oh, it's my favorite. All right, FRDS. We are looking at our settings example scene, which you've probably seen before. If you haven't, check it out. Get the package. It's great. And you can probably tell right away, we're talking about billboarding. This is a feature I've wanted to have in this shader for a little bit, but have also kind of been like, why do I need to have a fancy shader with a million options if I'm just going to billboard all my distance stuff? Just use something stupid simple. But FRDS, as you know, has a lot of really efficient packing solutions, so it's good to get it in here. So for your very distant LODs, you can now use all the sort of packed shader formats that we're used to. So in the setting example scene, what I have changed is the ferns and this grass over here are now billboarding. So you can see they rotate as we move the camera around. Now, this is not like a practical demonstration. This is a technical demonstration. It is working. Why would you want to billboard a 3D fern like this? I don't know. Now, if you watch carefully, you'll see as we rotate, the whole mesh sort of tips away on these ferns. So let's just grab a fern real quick. Here's the new rollout. I'm going to turn wind off for a second, and I'm going to leave interaction on because we are going to talk about that one. This is the new rollout for billboards. It's at the top of vertex settings. It tells you it rotates vertices around mesh pivot to face the camera. That's, you know that. Okay. You have an option here to also modify the normals when you rotate. You have a use color encoded pivot. We're going to talk about this more in a second in relation to this big pile of grass over here. And then we have an axis multiplier. So here we can simply say, hey, don't rotate around the y-axis. And now you can see they don't bend away. They just get flat when we look at them from above, which is something. Now, why would you want this? This is for like trees in the distance, right? You don't necessarily want your trees bending away if you like double jump or something, right? You maybe just want them to stay straight. Or if you had very short grass, but you don't want it to bend when you look down, right? You can use the perspective modifier for that separately to sort of control how much bend you get there, and just use the billboarding to get your rotation, but maintain the vertical. Of course, all of our interaction stuff still works, so if you want to have distant trees and your giant dragon runs through them, you can still bend all of your LOD trees. Very cool. All right, now where this gets really compelling. So if you've picked up the Wind Reactor module or you've watched the videos, you know we've got the Carpet Creator tool over there. This is the example carpet that we created in one of the earlier videos. Just plopped it in here, but as you can see, we are billboarding all of these grass chunks. Even though this is a single mesh, each of these chunks is billboarding in its position. Very cool. So a little bit ridiculous again because we have actual clumps, but if these were quads, now you've got something, right? So if you are using the sort of old school Unity quads as your grass, this will give you a way to build really big, efficient groups of them, but still get the functionality of billboarding. Super awesome, right? Efficient in so many ways. Wouldn't it be even better, though, if you could also interact with the clumps as if they were their own clumps and not the thing? You can't. It does it. You've got that option now, right? So if we look back over here, you've got your color encoded pivot to make sure that your bending works, not just the warping. And so here we have color encoded pivot checked on because if you remember from how we generate the carpet, we bake the local position of each clump into the vertex color of the clump vertices when we combine this mesh. And so that lets us know not only where is the whole carpet at, it lets us know where the root effectively of each little clump is, right? So if you're doing like a flight simulator and you need to have a great big forest and you just want them to be billboards, now you can have a billboard forest and a fraction of the number of instances that you were supporting previously You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. Enjoy. I hope you could see the tremendous potential here. I think this will help a lot of you push your foliage rendering even further. As always, let me know if you have comments or questions. Join us in the Discord. Show us what you're working on. And we'll see y'all next time.